Hey guys, welcome back. So you watched a video one with the first step of home buying, which was a self-assessment, and you have completed that and you decided that you're ready to move on to step two, which is actually getting your pre-approval. So here we'll go over one, what is needed as far as your documents to get your pre-approval, and two tips that would help you understand the pre-approval and questions you should ask your lender.
I need a house in the hills that come with a deck and a grill. So all of my niggas that we've been cooking for real. I gotta get back to the real. We gotta get back to the field. This all my people is looking up still. Said I need a house in the hills.
There are a few things that all lenders will ask for, and the reason they're asking for it is to be able to verify your income, credit, and debt. The first will be your income. They will ask you for, if you are a W-2 employee, they will want 2 years of W-2s, and they will also want your pay stubs of the last 30 days. Next, they will want your last year taxes, and they will also want 2 to 3 months of your bank statements. If you have things like a 401k, IRA, like a retirement account, or stocks or anything like that that you would want to be considered as income, you can also give those statements as well. Lastly, they will need a photo ID and consent to pull your credit in order to know where you stand credit-wise. If you are a 1099 employee or a business owner, then you will not need W-2s or pay stubs. They will want 2 years of taxes instead of 1 year. Now, how do you pick a lender? There are a lot of different types of lenders out there. My recommendation, just from experience and working with all different kinds of lenders, is that what can save you a big headache on the back end is if you work with a local lender. A local lender meaning there's an actual person who will be your rep, who lives in the same area that you live in or that you're buying in. The reason for this is when problems happen, and sometimes all transactions are not smooth and things can get a little messy, a little sticky. And if you have a person who works in your area, then you're able to go to that person and you know you're talking with the same person every time and work things out. When you have a person who works at a national bank, and not a national bank is in the bank is all over the country, but is in, you call a hotline number, and you're working with a person who, if you're buying in Memphis, they actually live in like Ohio or a place 100 or 200 miles away from you, and they really don't have the same level of incentive to make sure your transaction goes well. Local lenders want your transaction to close because the majority of their business comes from local realtors and people in the area, and they know that if you have a good experience and your house closes on time, then that realtor who works with you will likely use them again, and you will tell your friends about them, which will bring them more business. So having a person who has that extra incentive to get your house closed can go a long way to saving you a headache on down the line. Now, once you have a lender, you're going to want to speak with them about a few things, and these are things that will help you on the back end. First, you want to find out, or you want to let them know that you want to get a pre-approval in place of a pre-qualification. There's a difference in the two, and the difference can be the difference in you winning your offer and losing if there are a few offers on the property that you're bidding on. Now, a pre-qualification is where the lender will take information from you but no documents. They will just ask you what your income is, what your debt is, and credit score, and based off what you tell them, they will work up a number. The problem with this is that that number may not be as solid as if they actually go and review your documents, because as we discussed in part one, it can be a little bit of gray area to what is your debt and what is your income and what is your credit. And if you're not getting them the right bit of information, then they can't give you an accurate price or qualification on loan type. So a pre-approval, which I think all buyers should have, and which in the market we're in right now, you need to get a pre-approval. That's where the lender actually goes in and ahead of time pull your credit, look at your income, your debt, and work up a number to where they have already did the math and ran the numbers on what you can buy for. Now, this is important when you are putting an offer on a house where there are other offers, because on the side of the owner of the house and the listing agent, they're going to look at offers that have a pre-approval before they look at offers that have a pre-qualification. Now, it's good to go into it with the idea of the loan type that you would like to have, whether that's a conventional loan, FHA loan, VA loan, in-house loan, or a different kind of loan. It's good to go into it and let the lender know what you prefer. This will allow the lender to run the numbers in a way that are beneficial to you, and they won't guide you down the wrong path. If you are going in knowing that you would like a loan that has a down payment assistance, then it's good to let the lender know that up front, and they won't waste the time of going and looking at you for a different kind of loan. You can still ask them, so these are the numbers on the loan that I want. Do you think there's anything better out there that fits what I'm looking to do? Another tip is you want to ask them for 2 different amounts. Now, 2 different amounts as in what they will qualify you for. Amount number 1 is you want to ask them for what is the maximum amount of house that I can buy and be approved for. And they will basically just max everything out as far as how they can push the limit on where the bank will approve you to buy the house at. They'll give you a maximum number and you can buy anywhere under that amount. Now, that doesn't mean you have to spend that amount. It is a good idea to also ahead of time have in your mind the max amount you want to pay for a mortgage. Now, keep in mind your mortgage also includes your home insurance, your taxes, and other things like that. So having that maximum amount of I can afford a mortgage of $2,000 a month or whatever the number is, and give that to your lender as well and allow them to work up the numbers on what would put you at your ideal number. You will want your pre-approval letter written at the maximum number, but you want to have in your mind the number that you budgeted for on your monthly payment, and the lender can give you a verbal number of that as well. Once the lender gives you your pre-approval amounts, you want to make sure you ask them for a breakdown as far as what your down payment will be and your estimated closing costs. Keep in mind, this will be an estimate, and lenders normally will put this on the higher end and estimate more. This number normally will go down. So depending on things like your home insurance, with which you will go out and find after you have the house under contract, that number will change on your breakdown. Your home taxes will also change on your breakdown. They will give you an estimate of taxes, but each house has a different tax amount, and that will actually be applied on the breakdown after you have the house under contract. So to wrap this up, you have your pre-approval, you're ready to move forward in buying a house, and now we'll move on to step 3, which is the one right before looking for a house. And we want to assess the home we're looking for and figure out what is our dream home. If this has helped you in any way, or you found this helpful, be sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button in order to get updates as we move on through this process. This will be a 6-part video, and at the end, it will end with your closing day and what happens after closing. Next, we're going on to dream home and identifying what your dream home is. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will be back with you guys later.